Okay, this is These With People News. This is part 2. And this is kind of a follow-up of the last video, but more of the action of the rest. Now, I just kind of showed the other video to kind of get an idea who this woman is. And, but to follow it up as the rest is what I was more concerned about, right? Alrighty, so I don't even know what to call this. News, I guess. Not really a learning video. Well, I guess it would be if I stop and go. Alright, so we're going to go with the learning video, and it's news. Okay, stop right there. If you heard that, I don't have to tell you anything. It is true. She does not have to say nothing. Alright? They don't. I mean, it's investigation, fine and dandy. But she has the right to the Fifth Amendment. And even though she don't call it the Fifth Amendment, she did say I don't have to tell you nothing. That being said, I don't know how long that one officer was there, but I mean, he went in there pretty quickly. Wonder why. Okay, so they got the torture cuffs on there. Maybe she's never had them on before. I don't know. But they hurt. So most people's response is like, ew, you know, and trying to get comfortable. But they're going to call it resisting because she's trying to get comfortable and not realizing the whole circumstance. Like I said, you know, she thought she was going to get by with everything, basically whatever was going on. And did not know she was going to be put in cuffs, steady shock. Officer just rushed up there and put her in handcuffs. Why? They didn't tell her. So she's just basically in steady shock. Now she's uncomfortable because she has torture cuffs. Alright? And regardless what everybody says out there, handcuffs or torture. It is designed to torture you. And they hurt when they're on there. They're not designed to be comfortable, is what officer says. No, they are designed to hurt you. They're torture.
Stop it! No, let go of me! Let you on, Caleb! Give me my key to my car! Give me my key to my car! Give me my key to my car! Give it to me! Give me my key!
Step outside for me, please.
Take my purse! Let go of me! You're hurting me! And I'm going to show all the bruises that you put on me.
If you're not going to cooperate, you'll be
Let
charged
go
with
of me.
obstructing.
Let go of
You
me!
understand that?
You let go of me now.
No, ma'am.
You're bruising me. Let go
Stop
of me.
pulling against us.
Okay. resisting arrest and obstruction is two different things. So he's saying that you're going to be arrested for obstruction. Well, what obstruction is she doing? She may be kind of resisting a little bit, so if any charge, it'd be resisting. That being said, now I don't have verifiable proof, but knowing the cops, they got her arm up, and she's in a bind, and kind of have her arms up into a tilt with the cuffs. All right. Again, the torture, and they're designed for any type of movement whatsoever that anybody does, especially officers. They are to hurt your wrist, and they feel like they're broken. When you try to get comfortable and you twist and turn and try to get your hands comfortable in there, they literally feel like you're breaking your hands. Okay? Don't mean it's broken, it just means it feels like you're breaking it.
I'm not pulling against you. Let go of
Then
me.
stand up like an adult.
Shut up.
Okay, I'm not pulling against you. Stand up like an adult. But when you got pressure behind your back and they lift up on there, what they are doing is bending you forward. Now, what he is saying on this body cam is making him look good and making her look bad, knowing that he is the cause and effect of her not standing up straight. Because once you put that lift up on your arms with them torture cuffs, it puts everything in a bind, and it literally pushes you forward.
What an asshole thing to say to me. What an ass thing to say to me.
There's all law enforcement. They're always gonna win. That's your
Do me a favor. Do me a favor. Let go of me. You're hurting me. I'm not hurting you. You are hurting me.
Obstruction at the moment. Okay.
Again, obstructing what? I can probably lean possibly of resisting a little, but so far there's no obstruction.
Let go of me.
Ma'am, I don't care if you record, but can you just step back a little bit?
I can talk in her ear. No, you need to
Just-
sit back, ma'am. Let go.
Okay, at this point, I'm a firm believer in the future they said that she kicked them. Okay, now when you look at the body here, and when they said that she tried kicking them, they jerked her back. She didn't try kicking them, they jerked her back, and they used that as they tried to, she tried to kick the officers when they literally jerked her back in them torture cuffs.
Let's walk over here and put her in the car.
Stop. You're hurting me.
Walk then.
You're hurting me. Damn it.
Okay, you're under arrest.
Again, look how they got her all twisted up. She's literally been tortured. Well, she should comply. Maybe. By the 8th Amendment, you're not to be tortured.
Right now, okay?
You are hurting me.
Walk.
Look at the shadow. Alright? Look at the arms and how they got her twisted. Now they're telling her to walk. When she's all bent out of whack and the cuffs are being tortured. You know, and being an elderly lady, I don't know how old she is, but it don't matter. You got two people on both sides pulling on the arm, pulling her forward with her arms lifting up in the back, twisting her forward and pushing her at the same time. Meanwhile, your natural response is not to trust anybody from falling. That's just a natural response. People don't seem to understand that, especially the people that's never been cuffed, especially from the people that's never has been cuffed, but everything went as smooth as a baby's behind and never got hung up like this.
You're hurting me. Please.
Stand up and walk then.
shadows. Look at arms. Look at the shadows. They got her in a bind and then said, sit up and walk. When they got her arm up and twisted, they're literally pushing her body forward.
Hurting me! Let go of me! Let go of me!
Oh, ma'am, you're under arrest.
For what?
Obstruction.
I didn't obstruct anything.
Again, obstruction. Not resisting. So that would be the wrong category. Period. That'd be resisting more than anything else.
You're hurting me. You're hurting me! You okay?
Yeah.
Now, I went a little too far forward, but look where her arm is. Alright? She is in a lot of pain being in that situation. With the torture cuffs on, it exacerbates the whole situation drastically. Okay? I haven't never been in that bad a situation, but the cops have twisted my arm a little bit to know that it could be worse.
What are you doing? You're hurting me.
See how that arm is up underneath that arm, lifting her up, which pushes her body forward. And yet she's supposed to walk straight with them doing this. Again, the officers, by using their words, is covering themselves for any type of lawsuit. But if she does this correctly, she could use this body cam against them. Even though Terry versus Ohio says officers can do this.
Get out of my pocket!
You are under arrest. You are being
You're
searched.
hurting me!
Stay back. Back up. Unless you want to be detained too, back up. I don't care if you record. Just back up.
Stand up straight, ma'am. I am standing straight. You're pushing me over with your hand.
Now, the lady that's recording this, I'd like to see her footage. Probably would never get to, but I would like to see her footage. This is what they do to cop watchers all the time. And the lady that's recording this, I absolutely don't think she's a cop watcher. But it just goes to show cops don't like transparency.
Holding onto your jacket.
Cooperate, lady. Cooperate.
What are you talking about?
The guy in the back is saying, cooperate, cooperate. Well, she is arguing, but they got her in such a bind, she can't even cooperate anyway with their words, because they got her in such a torture, twisted area. So the guy sitting there, cooperate, which is helping the officer out, and yet there's nothing she can even do. Even if she was fully cooperate, she's in a bind that she cannot actually cooperate.
Get out of my pants!
I am conducting a search. If you move, you will find additional charges.
Find addition.
Okay, I was still, even though I'm supposed to be under arrest, I was still go into don't consent to search. Just to cover it.
No charges? This is like arrest without cause.
I agree, it's actually a little bit different word, but yeah. I mean, the whole entire time they used the wrong words. If there was going to be arrest. I think he said dragged her down the street. So you guys verify with me that the guy in the back was saying that they were literally dragging her down the street. Well, that's because they seen her arms twisted back, tilted forward, pushing her body forward. And again, we're going with the body response. You're going forward and you're trying to keep your balance, and the officer wants you to sit up straight when the officers are the ones stopping you from standing up straight.
Silver.
You know what? TSA is a good job.
No, I'm not TSA now.
Yes, you're not. You are pretty big.
Okay. Ben, have a seat for me. Have a seat.
In the car. Do you have any idea what
There.
you're doing?
Just get over a little bit.
Do you really know what you're doing? Your system merit Garland. To not show the truth of what
Okay.
election.
Get over.
You really know.
Okay, I'm going to make this part 3 video, because at this point it does get a little bit more interesting. You'll see what you're talking about on part 3, but because I already made this video long enough, it gives you time to regroup and reset and go to the next video. Alrighty, so this is Diesel We the People News, and we'll make another video on this and finish this story up. Till next time, bye y'all.